Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today we're going to be talking about Season 3 Reloaded, but not really. You see, Season 3 Reloaded doesn't do a whole lot for me, and judging by the matches I'm getting into and my various crazy pings, it's not doing a whole lot for you either in the multiplayer sphere. You guys have heard me talk about this since the game came out. Call of Duty needs to do actual, meaningful expansions, big updates for its pillar modes. Season 3 was okay, Season 3 Reloaded's mediocre. And it would have just been an amazing season had all this stuff dropped at once, but that's just not how it occurs. That's not how it happens. So no, I don't have gameplay with the Siren or anything like that. And when it comes to maps, Hacienda we played with last year in Black Ops 6, and I am sick of getting the remade maps that were put into Black Ops 6 remade again into Black Ops 7 with no aesthetic changes. Not even Hacienda Night. What are we doing here? And then Summit. We got Summit for Black Ops 1, a classic map, a fan favorite map, with no real meaningful changes to shake up the flow. And honestly, Summit kind of brought on the flanderized Black Ops 2 Treyarch map design that I've kind of grown to not hate. Hate is an emotion I have for things that really elicit an emotion. So more like makes me so damn bored, I don't want to talk about it. Summit doesn't really allow for a lot of outplayability, and its middle building is a big room with, 3 head glitch spots, and I hate fighting head glitchers in Black Ops 7. That seems to be most of the game. I don't like, maps without actual flank routes or anything actually interesting to do on them. So Summit is just, a map better left in a game that was far more interesting in terms of its pacing. In a game with this much speed and fluidity and just unlimited, lack of restraint, there's nothing interesting to say about Summit. I'm glad it's here for quantity's sake only, which is probably not what Treyarch would want to hear, but it's the truth. The map that I want to talk about in this video is Onsen. This map is fantastic. It follows that patented Treyarch map design. You have your tunnel flank lane on one side, you have your symmetrical doorways on the other with a V formation cutting off the doorways from being visible from each other. Then you have the predictable middle power position and the predictable sniper lane, window v window, symmetrical shootout area. It's got a little bit of twist, a little bit of turn in its cover placement, but what I love is that in Domination, the B flag is in water. In fact, 2 of the objectives are just in the water, which means you can hide yourself in the water with a pistol and cap the flag that way, and that's cool and interesting. The B flag is an absolute meat grinder, but even though the map is very small and can be an absolute meat grinder, it is a map. It is actually a place where you can take on power positions and do little flanks. And it has a middle lane that is covered in steam. And the steam will actually hide you like a permanent smoke grenade, but thermals can't look through it because, of course, steam is a bunch of hot moisture. So thermals don't work, but the IR scopes work. You can make out different things through the steam with an IR scope, but not a thermal scope. It's awesome. Oh, and the building above the B flag, you can shoot through the floor and try to take people out in the objective below. You could, if you had drill charges with the underbarrel drill charge launcher, you could just use drill charges and destroy the B flag. I need to actually try that. I get so criticized for liking Modern Warfare maps, for liking Modern Warfare 2 and 3 maps, for liking Call of Duty Ghosts maps. But you have to understand, it's not a matter of size or complexity. It's taking what you have and doing something unique with it. This is a traditional Treyarch map with predictable lanes and symmetrical cover, but enough new to it that it feels new. Unbelievable. And aesthetically, it's vibey, it's pretty, it's contrasty. Playing this on my mini LED TV in my living room with HDR, this is what I wish all of Black Ops 7 looked like. There's actually dark little areas and there's the sunset. It's not just the same skybox all the other maps seem to use. This feels like progress. This is what I wish the DLCs were. 4 maps like this every season would be fantastic. Maybe with a little bit of size variation, but this is also to prove my point. I'm not a big, complicated, campy map guy. I just like the maps to have something new to them. If this is the only map throughout COD history that utilizes a hot springs plume of steam to conceal movement, then that just makes it all the cooler. I mean, you wouldn't want me to design a Call of Duty game. I'd have it that if you stay in the Steam too long, yeah, you get to enjoy the concealment, but over time it'll start to fog up your screen so you can't really see anything. I think that'd be funny. Kind of how water and rain effects in Call of Duty games kind of land on your screen as like sort of a fourth wall break, little bit of immersion. And that would be kind of cool if it fogs up your screen if you stay there too long. Anyway, I think that'd be funny, but I get it. Or fog up your optics if you're using optics on your gun. That would also be funny. But it's a genuine hazard to capture the B flag in view of that steam plume because people could be waiting in it looking for movement in red names and trying to kill you. And that's just a unique experience that's specific to this map. And it's not a big thing. It's not a big location. It's not that big a deal. I talked about on Twitter recently map interactivity, and somebody asked me what the fuck I meant by map interactivity. This, like a gondola moving back and forth, or a dam of water opening and closing, or a plume of steam you can hide in. I'm not asking for the world. I stopped asking for the world, especially from Treyarch maps, a long freaking time ago. Now, if this map's B flag was just up in this building and the building was just sort of there was no way to go under it and capture the flag under there, you know, if that wasn't a thing and there was no laying in the water mechanic and no steam, I would just be saying boring 3-lane map. It doesn't take much to go from boring 3-lane map to interesting 3-lane map. I want to do a whole video about Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 and the flanderization of the Treyarch map design standard. I've even noticed pro players talking about how some maps in Black Ops 7 don't really allow for a lot of outmaneuverability or outplayability. There isn't a lot of intersection in the lanes, so even pro players that don't really want a whole bunch of unnecessary complexity find Black Ops 7 maps to be sort of bland, where you can't really outplay people or utilize the map in an interesting way because there's really only 3 ways to go any moment. And not just because of a 3-lane design, because even if you are in the middle of one of those lanes, you either go forward, back, or through the mid. It's just boring. It's repetitive and doesn't tickle your brain. This map, despite being simple, despite being fast-paced and chaotic, tickles my brain. So I don't want to talk about Season 3 Reloaded. I want to ask, where is this? I want this. I want this level of creativity going forward with Call of Duty post-launch content. I like map remakes, and if you want to remake your boringest maps, fine. But do not keep doing this thing where you take the remade post-launch maps from the previous year and make them the post-launch remade maps of this year. Hacienda, Firing Range, and Grind make no sense in Black Ops 7. The pacing isn't right. That was barely right in Black Ops 6. It's even not any more right here. Like, I don't like it. But again, despite Onsen being a bit of a meat grinder, it feels like it was designed for BO7's movement and pacing. So foolishly, the YouTuber asks, Call of Duty, can we get this level of creativity going forward? Build a map around a concept and then introduce a concept that ties to that gimmick. Your Hot Springs has a steam and water gimmick. Does it sound like I'm asking for the moon, the stars, and the sun? It better not. It really shouldn't. You want Season 3 Reloaded to be a good update? Give us an Onsen 24/7 playlist, because Onsen is a genuinely unique map that offers you a lot of score per minute, a lot of XP farming ability, but at its core, it's not just a grind box. It's not a stakeout. It's not an abyss. It is an actual map. And now I want some props from you guys. Instead of making a video that's identical to my other Season Blank Reloaded or Season critiques that I keep making over and over again, I focused on the positive aspect, and I'm trying to reinforce good behavior. Do you know how much that kills me? I live to complain, and I'm ending this video before 10 minutes. Absurd. Anyway, see you when I see you. Goodbye.